Is the best case scenario for the Cleveland Browns is if Shedeur Sanders beats out Deshaun Watson for the starting job. We got to talk about it, y'all. And is the media writing off Dylan Gabriel? Does he feel like it's a lose-lose situation here in Cleveland and wants to start over new? Also, every report I've heard, Deshaun Watson is going to look better under Todd Monken, and we got some footage of Deshaun Watson. You know what time it is. Reese Wheel back at it again. Like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. A lot of my subscribers are saying that they aren't getting the notification bell when I upload a video. So if you can hit that notification bell again and then hit it back again to reset it, I appreciate it. And if you can hit that hype button, it pushes the video out. So is the best case scenario for the Cleveland Browns if Shedeur Sanders beats out Deshaun Watson for the starting job?
Is that a hot button around the league right now that Watson is still in play here?
Browns quarterback is always a hot button.
I just don't know what version of Deshaun you're going to get. First of all, when he was healthy 2 years ago, he didn't look good. Okay?
That's being kind.
The bottom line is our best chance for long-term success is if number two can look how I think he can. I don't expect it right out of the get, but I want to see Shedeur for about 6-7 games, and I'll be able to tell you whether or not we can win with him.
Shedeur is young and still developing. Deshaun Watson is already deep into his career phase where what you see is mostly what you get. Growth is limited compared to a rookie, a young QB. He's played 7 years, torn his Achilles twice, and he had a fractured throwing shoulder in 2023. If Shedeur wins the job, that tells you that he didn't just win the job now, he's your future too. And that's how franchises stay good for years, not just one season. Watson's contract is massive. That limits what you can build around him. We've been messing around with that contract for years, and it's time for Shedeur. You know, Shedeur is younger, cheaper, more money goes to the offensive line, weapons, defense. That's how teams become contenders, not just average. Think about it like this. Would you rather have one expensive piece or a full roster? Shedeur brings mobility, playmaking, outside structure, confidence under pressure. And that's where the game is going, man. Confidence. And if he wins, it likely means the offense becomes more dynamic and unpredictable. Now, switching gears to Dylan Gabriel, he's not even being seen in Cleveland. Todd Monken made that very clear. And is the media writing Dylan Gabriel off? Does he feel like it's a lose-lose situation, here in Cleveland? And do he want a new start?
I hope he's so far removed from this quarterback competition that he's not being an afterthought is what I want Dylan Gabriel to be, which is what he's been essentially since he got benched or since he lost his job last year.
I'm hoping he ends up in Atlanta or somewhere else.
That's the ideal scenario. He's just off the team and we can just kind of forget about him.
Nasty work, man.
Why is it that there's an insistence that we treat Dylan Gabriel the same way we're treating Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson?
Because he's a third-round pick.
Is there something redeemable about, in your eye? There's no way there's something redeemable. You're the guy that, and I was right there with you, but you're the guy in training camp last year.
Then why are you asking me this question if you know my answer?
Yeah, because he's funny. Because last year, Darryl Ryder, the guy with the glasses, he was all over Dylan Gabriel. When nobody could see anything, Darryl Ryder was going in and said he was horrible, terrible. He couldn't throw the ball past 5 yards. He was throwing the ball in the dirt. Darryl Ryder was the first one really that seen that Dylan Gabriel was awful.
Well, sometimes you got to ask the questions in order to get to the answer in my own head, okay? In order to figure it out for myself.
The answer you're looking for is no.
All right.
No.
Asked and answered, I guess.
Although sarcastically, and I stress sarcastically, I have joked I'd rather watch Dylan Gabriel play quarterback for the Browns than Deshaun Watson.
No, that's nasty work. The media is rough, man. I'm telling you, Darryl Ryder and that Peterlin, they don't want him in Cleveland, and basically they saying ship him to Atlanta, and Stefanski don't even want him. I haven't heard any rumors of Dylan Gabriel and Atlanta, so let me know if you guys have heard anything, but I haven't heard anything. Also, in every report I've heard, Deshaun Watson is going to look better under center with Todd Monken running the team than he did with Kevin Stefanski's offense.
Could it be better if Deshaun did start the season for Shedeur? Maybe I shouldn't have said that because I'm getting hammered for even asking the question.
Good. I'm glad you are.
Mary Kay Cabot joins us right now on the Make It Right Call Kyle Wright hotline. Hello, Mary Kay.
Hello, guys. How you doing?
Morning, Mary Kay.
Am I crazy for even asking the question, Mary Kay?
No, you're not crazy for asking the question, but it's certainly not going to be better for Shedeur if Deshaun goes out there and starts the season and plays well. So there's no way that that would be better for Shedeur. And that could happen. Every report that I've heard, everything that I've seen so far, Deshaun looks pretty good. He looked pretty good in December, and they're very excited about him, and they think that he is going to be better under Todd Monken. So, no, I don't think it would be better for Shedeur if Deshaun started the season and played well.
So Mary Kay Cabot, when asked if Shedeur could benefit from starting the season at QB2, I've always thought you would benefit better when you're on the field, not sitting behind somebody. And Deshaun is only 30 years old. Shedeur's 24, so it's really only a difference of 6 years. Now, the quarterbacks are playing longer now, too. So if Deshaun Watson wins this job and Shedeur's QB2, Deshaun could get booed every time he messed up. Now, here's a video of Deshaun working out. I guess this is his latest workout. He looks in good shape, you know.
Get outside for.
That's a better job with the chest.
Yeah.
When you do the IB, it was like kind of chest stalled and like, yeah.
That's how I should do IB.
Yeah. I got that.
He looks in good shape coming back from from his injury, man. I don't know. Coming back from an injury mentally,
Get outside.
he has to heal from his trauma that he spent, with those allegations. And can he be mentally strong enough to beat out Shedeur and rebound from the last 5 years, of not being the franchise quarterback that we thought he was? Can he rebound from that? Because that's going to be a lot on his mental. And he showed us last year. He showed us last year that he really wasn't mentally able to deal with that, man. He showed us last year he couldn't deal with that. It was too much for him. So I don't know if he can continue to be on the uprise from him. He got married, so that was good for him. Maybe, him having a married and settled down, because that does help men when they do settle down with a woman. Maybe she can help him with his mental. I don't know. But we're going to see how Deshaun handles everything now, because maybe he can put all that stuff behind him, the injuries, the allegations, and maybe he can overcome that and become the quarterback that we thought he was supposed to be when he came to Cleveland, that franchise quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what you think, man, in the comments. Stay locked in with Reese Will. We just getting started. See you in the next video.